Hello, fabulous friends, fans, and superstars. Welcome to your horoscope for the week of July 16, 2017. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. And this week, stay till the end. Let me say that first. I've got some giveaways that I'm very excited about. But let's talk about this week and what a week it is. We have got a very active sky, a very adventurous sky. Mars and the Sun are traveling quite close together now, and both will be reaching out to Uranus before changing signs. Now, this is a type of conversation that astrologers call a square. It is a conversation of tension, and all of us in at least one area of life are going to be feeling very determined to do something to create positive change in at least one area of life. Now, these conversations really are just fueling each other. Mars and the Sun together are only adding to each other's power, the power of ownership of your power, the power of clarity, rationality, but also prophecy as well. Being able to see a few steps ahead, being able to have that recognition that what is coming through now, the information, the clarity, the truth that is coming forward is actually something that is building towards more, and that change has to happen right now if we want to speak and we want to affect the future positively. So what tends to happen with this type of conversation is that we feel like we've got to do more. We feel like we've got to give it effort, we've got to give it focus, and at the same time, it may feel like change is not happening fast enough. There's also a surprise quality to this, so the need for change may come seemingly out of nowhere. The thing is, though, all of these planets are very strongly associated with truth. Truth that goes about in a different way. So Uranus is about the clarity, like the lights coming on when they've been off for a very long time, coming on rather suddenly. The Sun, of course, brings light, brings clarity. And Mars is also associated with truth, but it is the truth of self-knowledge, the truth of knowing who you are and what is right for you, and then acting from that place. When these planets get together in this type of conversation, it tends to bring with it this self-knowing rather suddenly, but also a great determination to actually create a future, to liberate ourselves from some circumstance that has felt limiting or that has felt like it is holding us back. Some of these realizations will come on very much by surprise, but again, this is the truth, and the truth does set us free. Even when it takes us by surprise, and even when it doesn't feel necessarily like the most comfortable truth, it still has potential power and tremendous possibility to help us become more ourselves. I've been meditating lately on this idea of what it means to really be at peace with yourself. Like, what does that feel like? What does that look like? What does it take for us to know what it is that we need to be at peace with ourselves? And I think a really big part of it has to do with listening. It has to do with trusting ourselves and our intuition, and it has to do with honoring what our unique truth is, and having the daring and having the rebellion and having the spirit to actually be able to live it, to align ourselves with it fully and see it through. That is exactly the invitation that is available to us now with this particular celestial conversation. The great thing is that there is also a lot of magic, a lot of beauty on offer this week as well, which does suggest that regardless of what feels challenging, what truth arises for us, that we feel that we need to fight for, that we need to move towards, so that we can fully embody the truth about ourselves and in at least one area of life. At the same time, there's a lot of faith. There's a lot of hope. There's almost an idyllic future that we can see being revealed at the same time. And this can spur us forward to recognize our worthiness and to recognize our ability to embody the beauty that we seek. Also, something I've been meditating on is this idea of owning your unique beauty. And that is not just a physical thing, of course. There's also something to be said for the beauty that shines forward a person when they truly accept themselves, when they know who they are, they know where they are in their lives, and they are at peace with it. There is a beauty that comes from fully owning who you are as you are right now. All of that is suggested with this sky, and seeing the beauty of your own mind, the beauty of your own ideas, and how it is that that affects the energy that shines forward. You know, a little interesting story here. when I think about my life and I think about these markers that I've had, right? I am very much a believer that we are packing in like several lifetimes into one lifetime now because we are older souls than ever. And that's why up until very recently in human history, it was very normal to have like only one relationship and that's it. Or it was very normal to have only one career and that's it. Now more and more that is truly not the norm. It is truly unusual to find somebody who's only had it one way. And that is because when we were younger souls on earth before, it would take us several lifetimes to get a certain lesson. So we would have to stay in a certain relationship pattern for many lifetimes to understand on a soul level where it is that we need to evolve. It would take us a long time to get certain lessons where it came to our relationships, the karmic relationships we find ourselves in with the people that we work with. Now we can get it in a few years and we move on. And so when I think about my life, I think about these markers that have been there that have sometimes, you slowly birth into a new life. And sometimes you very dramatically find yourself sort of walking a whole other path. And when I think about what that was for me, one of those markers where I started a different life, it had to be the first time I saw The Matrix. Now, of course, that was in the 90s, like way back in the day. But I remember sitting in a movie theater watching The Matrix. It was a crowded movie theater. And I just never considered the world from this perspective. It was so philosophical. It was so spiritual. And it really changed my life to watch this movie. And it was after I saw that movie, that desire to know more, the desire to understand the world from a philosophical perspective really was born. And so I really credit that movie for having a very positive effect on my life, or at least being the catalyst for even more and better changes. It was after that I decided that I was going to get my GED because I was very rebellious when I was young. I left high school early, so I got my GED. I went to community college. I went to university, and then of course I went to graduate school. But really that was the seed. That was the very beginning, the desire to understand us as human beings and what it means. What is the human experience? So ultimately, I'm sharing this with you because I think about this idea in that movie about the mental projection of our digital selves, right? What does that mean? Well, ultimately what that means is the energy that we hold, we project out onto the world. And it is that others see. It is that people respond to. And I have meditated on that so much at so many different times in my life. And I've thought about how people who, whatever, they might not look like they come right out of whatever is the big fashion magazine right now, but they have a certain projection. The digital projection of their mental selves is so strong that when you look at them, you see their spirit, you see tremendous beauty, you see intelligence. There are so many qualities that people can radiate based on what they hold in their minds. The digital projection of their mental selves. This sky suggests that we get that very appreciation. We get that glimpse. And for some of us, it's going to come in a split second, in an instant, where we understand something about how holding ourselves in value and dwelling in beauty is the surest way to have that radiate outwards, to have the world react to that. Now, what I mean by that, of course, is that beauty is your own. It is up to you to decide what it is that makes you beautiful. And all of us have something in us that is truly beautiful, that is truly magical. So are you going to tap into that power? Are you going to let that lead the way as you go out into the world, as you interact with an uncertain world that maybe at all times isn't always predictable? We pick up on energies, we pay attention to the lessons, we pay attention to ourselves. And in the process, we come about with a self-concept that can be rooted in a self-value that is unshakable. That is part of the promise with this sky. So not only do we have Sun and Mars speaking with Uranus, but then soon after, both these planets are going to move into the sign of Leo. So this is going to bring a lot of focus on matters of heart, on matters of owning our own unique celebrity, but also on worthiness. I think about the higher vibration of Leo as being one of knowing that there's something within you that is worthy of shining and being seen. All of us are going to start to tap into what that could be for us in our own unique journeys. you add to this, not only is Venus speaking with Jupiter, but we've also got this wonderfully harmonious connection between Mercury and Saturn. That is stability. That is the grounding. That is understanding what really matters. And that is really connecting to our minds and the power of our minds to move us forward in the direction that we truly desire to go. Early in the week, we do have Venus speaking with Neptune. There may be a little bit of confusion. There may be a little bit of uncertainty. There may be a little bit of self-doubt, but a few surprises in, and that quickly gives way to the inspiration that is promised this week as well. It is such an active week, and a lot of us may be going on a little bit of a roller coaster, but it is all leading in one direction. It is leading in the direction of appreciating love and wisdom. It is playing out, and as it is playing out in your life right now. Well, thank you so much for watching. I'm so grateful for it. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, thumbs up. It means so much. If you would like to know how this whole week and all this stuff I talked about, specifically, I'm talking about Mars and the Sun speaking with Uranus in this conversation of tension. I talked about that for each and every sign as part of the Superstar videos at astrofabulous.com or nadiyashah.com. So log on and sign up to be one of my superstars, and you'll get instant access to exclusive and expanded horoscopes for each and every sign. And so, like I said, every sign this week, I talk about that conversation, how it speaks to you in your sign between Mars, the Sun, and Uranus. And I also talk about Venus speaking with Jupiter, how it speaks to you in your sign, in life and in love as well. So speaking of the superstar space, I have giveaways, big giveaways I'm very excited about. I had wanted to, earlier this year, like my plan was that every full moon I would give something away, like as a way of giving back, as a way of celebrating, I would give something away. Well, it didn't really work out that way. Like the last two full moons, I was on the road, right? I was pretty busy. And so my mind was in all kinds of directions. And then in the middle of the week, I'll be like, oh, the full moon is now. I should have given something away. So I'm making up for it right now. I hope I remember next full moon, but if I don't, it's okay because I will catch up. I'll make sure that we honor this for this year, for 2017. So I am giving away, speaking of the superstar space, I am going to give away 2 1-month subscriptions to Astrofabulous Superstar. So Astrofabulous Superstar is a exclusive community of superstars where you get access to expanded video scopes each and every week, a new video every week for your sign, plus so much more. We have a community space there and all kinds of wonderful things building. So I hope that you will join me there. Of course, you can log on and sign up anytime, astrofabulous.com or nadiyashah.com. So I'm giving away 2 1-month subscriptions. So 2 winners will be chosen, and each of them will get 1 month of access to all the videos that they want to see that are available there. And I hope that you enjoy very much. So if you want to win a subscription, log on to my website, nadiyashah.com, use the contact form, and in that contact form, say that this is your entry for, to win a free membership for 1 month, and that's it, you're entered. And then 2 people will be chosen completely at random, not by me, they'll be chosen by my assistant. He will choose 2 people totally randomly to win 1 month free. Now, the other thing I'm giving away is 2 signed copies of my book, Astrology Realized. So this is Astrology Realized, my book. And you can log on to Amazon. Actually, you can just search my name if you want it, or you can use a link on my website as well. Actually, on Amazon, you can download the first chapter for free, and a lot of people speak very kindly about the first chapter. Thank you for that, because the first chapter is really a philosophical and historical overview of how astrology has been understood and how astrology has found itself in culture and how it's evolved. So I'm really proud of that. That does represent my academic background. And you can actually download the first chapter for free. It's basically like how to read natal charts. It's called Astrology Realized, Your Journey to Understanding Astrology. And you can buy the ebook on Amazon or the hard copy. I'll be giving away 2 signed copies of my book as well. So I hope that you will check that out. And again, use the contact form on my site, nadiyashah.com. You'll see a little link there. There's like a little envelope there. You click on that, you fill out the form. Make sure to include your email, okay? So if you include your email, all is well. Now, not only am I doing that, but if you are a patron, patreon.com/Nadiya Shah, it's a small group of patrons there, but one person is going to win a book. So just make sure you mention that you're a patron and what your name is on Patreon. And also, one book is going to go out to superstars, so specifically for superstars. So if you are a superstar, include your email address there that is associated with your superstar account, and one will be reserved. So in total, I'm giving away 4 books. So 4 books in total are being given away. Now, patrons know that as far as for the superstar service, discounts or scholarships and things like that for the superstar service are available to patrons. So patreon.com/Nadiya Shah. For those of you who are patrons out there who want to sign up, who want to be part of the superstar community, just contact us. Let us know. Let us know if you want a partial scholarship, full scholarship, and we can make that happen. I'm really so grateful for you. I'm so excited to be giving stuff away. I think it's so much fun. I love presents, I must say. Now, let me also say, because I've been getting emails this week, this Thursday, this week at 6:30 p.m., there is going to be a meetup in downtown Toronto. It will be taking place near Union Station. So I chose that because if you're not in Toronto, you don't know what I'm talking about, that's okay. But for those of you familiar with Toronto, Union Station is a very convenient point because no matter where you are in the GTA, it's easy to get to. And that'll be 6:30 on Thursday. I will be creating a Facebook event to show you the exact place. And also if you've emailed already or you'd like to come to the meetup, then just send us an email if you haven't already, and we'll be sure to get back to you with the exact location of the meetup that I'll be doing. And I'm very excited about that. I'm looking forward to hugs with all kinds of friends and fans and superstars out there. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. And once again, expanded exclusive video scopes at astrofabulous.com or nadiyashah.com. You can log on right now and get instant access. And of course, you being here is everything. So thank you so much for this moment with you. It'll be a great week. Enjoy.